Islam Makhachev's welterweight debut didn't just shock the world, it detonated. The man who once smothered lightweights for fun just walked into a heavier division and made it look like his backyard. But the real question isn't asterisk. What asterisk he did, it's asterisk. How asterisk the hell Jack Della Maddalena plans to survive it.
It turned out to be a banger fight. For him to take on a guy like Islam Makhachev, not steering away from that challenge. And you know, Islam is coming up, so he's going to be, I feel like comparably size-wise, they're going to be about even, you know. Islam's super good. JDM's got Craig Jones in the camp to, you know, battle. And Volkanovski to battle that, you know, Dagestan wrestling. It's going to be, it could be two things. It could be a very, very boring fight, or it could be a very, very exciting fight. Meaning by the way it could be boring is if Islam's able to take down JDM and get his back, hold him there, out-grapple him, stop, you know.
Demetrius Johnson lit the fuse first. The former flyweight king didn't whisper. He declared that UFC 322 could be either a 5-round war or a surgical assassination where one mistake ends everything, and he wasn't guessing, he was warning. According to DJ, this entire fight will live or die by one thing: how Jack reacts the first time Islam shoots for his legs. Miss that sprawl by half a second and it's over. But hang tight, because in 30 seconds, we'll hit you with the inside story that could flip every prediction upside down.
Potentially do that, but the one thing I love about JDM when he fights is he never accepts the position. When he was fighting Gilbert Burns, great grappler, takes him down. Right when he gets up, he throws that knee into the void. Gilbert Burns ducks down into it. He runs into it. JDM doesn't accept the position when he gets taken down. He's always looking to grapple, always look at the anti-wrestle. That's what makes this fight exciting. And he's got some fucking good hands. He's not the way his boxing is, he's very tight. I'm excited for that fight just because we're seeing the best at 155 take on the best at 170. It's very rare when the moons align. Same thing at the co-main event. Shevchenko taking on Wei
Let me have a turn in the main event.
Okay. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead, get in there.
Let me just move on. I got things to say about this.
Let's go.
But
Jack Della Maddalena, the Aussie executioner with ice in his veins, isn't just walking into a title defense. He's walking into a storm. Islam Makhachev, the destroyer of lightweights, ditched his belt just to prove he could conquer a second division. That's not confidence, that's obsession. And the MMA world is split. Some swear Islam's wrestling will drown Jack. Others believe Jack's composure and striking IQ will carve through the chaos. But here's where things get wild. Jack's secret weapon isn't a new coach or strategy, it's asterisk Alexander Volkanovski.
What about the power, the punching power?
No, he's not like some guy who have like crazy power, and he not so big in this division. For example, Bilal, he have like power. Kamaru Usman, this guy has like good power, but I don't think Jack has some more than me. You know?
Yeah, the same Volk who faced Islam twice. The man who survived that suffocating Dagestani grip. Volk didn't just train Jack, he rebuilt him. Every drill, every scramble, every moment, all engineered from his personal blueprint of facing Makhachev's pressure. But Volk's motives run deeper than mentorship. This camp isn't just about helping Jack win, it's about redemption. Volk lost twice to Islam, and now he's passing on the exact data that could bring Islam's empire crashing down. Stay locked in, because in 45 seconds, we'll reveal how this partnership might be the single most dangerous experiment in MMA this year.
JDM is getting ready for Islam Makhachev. How dangerous is he for Islam? So he's going to be an absolute nightmare. We've got Bilal, who's a wrestler. Look how we handle that. And you know he's a beast on the feet. Islam's not taking this one lightly. So him moving up, I still think he's a nightmare for a lot of the people in the division, but I think JDM can do it.
Volkanovski's history with Islam is etched in blood and heartbreak. Their first war in 2023 had everyone screaming robbery. Volk pushed Islam to the edge. Even in defeat, he walked out still ranked the pound-for-pound king. Then came the short notice rematch and the head kick that silenced a continent. Volk never forgot that night. And now through Jack, he's taking that memory and turning it into a weapon. Jack's absorbing every ounce of that experience, not just to defend takedowns, but to crack Islam's rhythm before it starts.
Islam relinquish his belt and go up to 170. Got JDM taking on Islam Makhachev.
I still think Islam's skill for skill is just so high level. For him to go out there and do what he did against Bilal was very impressive. Made that Islam fight more interesting. If JDM can shut him down and throw those hands, but Islam's boxing is underrated. That dude is slick. His kickboxing, his timing, like he's a high level black belt in every aspect of MMA.
Big belt. Who give him that?
Jack versus Islam, I think, is huge. Not as big as Ilya versus Islam, but who knows? Maybe they both win and Islam comes back down to 55 and the fight's even bigger.
Your thoughts on Islam moving up to welterweight?
I think he'd be fine, man. I think he'd be good, you know. He's the number 2 pound for pound in the world. You gotta respect that, but don't sleep on Jack. I think it's gonna be a tough fight. Jack is one of the best fighters in the world right now, and when that match happens, I'm hearing rumors maybe October. I think it's gonna be a fun fight, smart fight, but a lot of people counting out Jack.
But it's not just Volk in Jack's corner. Behind the scenes, he's been rolling with Craig Jones, a jiu-jitsu genius obsessed with solving the grappling puzzle. Add that to Jack's 18-fight win streak, his composure under fire, and his ability to weaponize calm, and suddenly the Aussie underdog starts looking like a silent storm. Remember how he dismantled Bilal Muhammad, Islam's close ally? That wasn't luck. That was evolution. But wait until you hear what Sean O'Malley just said about this fight. It might be the boldest prediction of his career.
As you can be.
Because I think Jack has that X factor. I think he has the gut, the grit, the determination to fight the takedowns, to fight the ground, the takedown attacks that Islam is going to go for. And I think in a striking fight, straight up, Jack is better. I think he wins in the hands.
Yeah.
I think Jack's got the better game to strike over 5 rounds than Islam does as well, especially if Islam is trying to go for takedowns during the fight. I think, and this is people sleep on Jack's grappling game. They sleep on his jiu-jitsu. I don't think Islam is going to be as like gun-ho with the takedowns as everybody believes, because Jack has that level of offense off his back.
Philip, bro, what's cracking, man?
Chilling.
Hey, now listen, you're welterweight. You've been in the game a long time. Islam moving up to 170. Is he big enough for 170?
My personal opinion, I don't think he is, but he's a champ. We'll see when he's there. You know what I'm saying? He has a fight. He's fighting the champ. That's the best 170 in the world right now, right? So we'll see.
So you don't think he has the size, but how do you think he does in a fight versus JDM?
I personally think JDM beats him. I think JDM will be able to get up if he does take him down. I don't think he'll be able to take JDM shots. I think personally he'll stop Islam.
O'Malley didn't mince words. To him, UFC 322 isn't just a title fight, it's the passing of a torch. He believes Jack's chaos could short-circuit Islam's system. A wild, unpredictable style against machine-like control and chaos, O'Malley says. Asterisk always wins first. Asterisk, but not everyone's buying it. Max Holloway jumped in with his own warning. This isn't chaos versus order, it's chess versus chess. He said it's not about who hits harder, it's about who hides their move longer. Holloway thinks the fight flips in the middle rounds, when fatigue and fear start whispering in the corners. And what Robert Whittaker said next, that one sent chills across Australia.
You know, he don't have just one plan for fight, and he have plan A, B, C, and like all alphabet, you know, D, E, A, everything, you know, like if something not he couldn't do, he gonna try other one not good, he have next plan, you know. And he's amazing fighter, and he's amazing friend, brother, and I think he will take this belt. I think he deserves.
Yeah. When I talked to him right after he vacated the lightweight title, he said he was having a bit of a hard time like adding on the muscle and keeping it on. He said it wasn't making him feel good, but he looks very good now. Do you think he's like very built well for welterweight?
Yes, he become a bigger, you know, now we have more power, more than ever, and I think he's ready.
Whittaker, a veteran of 2 divisions, sees something different: destiny. He believes Jack's ability to walk through fire and stay composed could break Islam's rhythm early. His message was simple: don't try to wrestle the wrestler, make him panic first. Whittaker's confident Jack can do just that. But here's the catch. Philip Rowe doesn't think Islam's body is built for welterweight at all. He says the strength advantage Islam had at lightweight evaporates here, that Jack's natural size and explosive power will drag Islam into deep waters. But if you think that's wild, wait till you hear what Islam's camp just fired back with.
Like, credit to Islam like doing something that even Khabib didn't dare to try, which is move up a weight class. He's got his own problems. Jack Della's that's a big boy. I've stood next to Jack Della a few times, and you could chop off one of his legs and he's still not going to make lightweight. Like, he is a legitimate welterweight problem, and that obviously takes away a lot of Islam's advantages by coming in there and being a big lightweight, being a strong lightweight.
Umar Nurmagomedov, Islam's blood, his shadow, laughed at the idea that the extra weight slows him down. He says Islam's bigger, faster, meaner, and twice as strategic. According to Umar, Islam's been running simulations, multiple game plans, different versions of Jack in training, every scenario already tested. Umar's words, Jack's not walking into a fight, he's walking into a trap. But Dan Hooker, who's actually been in that cage with Islam, brought a sobering truth.
The fight for me really is, when Islam grabs a hold of Jack, how good has Jack improved? Because Islam is world class at that, and has been for probably his entire life, because of the way he trains and where he has come from. So can Jack stop that consistently, like he did against Belal? Because he did a phenomenal job against Belal at stopping that. But can he do that against someone who's just cleaner, more technical? On the feet, I think Jack wins it cleanly. I think he'll jab, switching stances. He'll have a bit more fluidity due to the fact that Islam's not going to be changing stances so regularly. So I think Jack can do it on the feet, but the question mark is, can he stop the takedown consistently over 5 rounds?
Hooker said both men are walking into hell, one chasing greatness, one defending destiny. To him, this fight isn't about skill, it's about ambition. The courage to do what even Khabib never did. Move up, risk it all, and face the unknown. And then Ian Machado Gary dropped the coldest line of the week. He said, forget the hype, can Jack stay standing? Because once Islam gets those hands locked, everything changes.
Which is the blockbuster. I think Della Maddalena's got a bright future. I don't know whether he's going to hold the belt or, he's going to lose it to another one of the top contenders and then pick it back up again. I don't think he's going to lose it to Makhachev, though. I think Makhachev holds the lightweight belt against anybody in the world, on any day, including Ilia Topuria. I don't think if he moved up, he would have.
Dan Hardy, the analyst with a sniper's brain, took it one step further. He said Islam's new size might add power, or it might steal his explosiveness. Every extra pound is a gamble. Hardy thinks both men are walking a tightrope over history, and the fall could be brutal. But what Yoel Romero just revealed about Jack's composure might change how you see this fight entirely.
Yes, I mean, I've known for a very long time that Jack is an amazing fighter. He's really good. And he shocked me on how good he was. He handled the grappling exchanges so well. And it's the best striking performance I've seen from him. He just the big moment, he rose to the occasion. It was fantastic to see, and I really do think, I do think that the grappling from Islam, he's a better technical grappler than Belal is, but he's not quite as big. He's not as imposing, and if you look at the Dustin Poirier fight, Poirier was able to stop some of his takedown and win some scrambles and stuff like that. I feel like not only will Jack be able to do that, but when he lands punches, it's going to be way more devastating.
Romero, a man who's seen every kind of violence inside a cage, called Jack the calm before the kill. He said Jack's not emotional. He's surgical, the kind of fighter who smiles while the world burns. That composure, he says, might be the only thing strong enough to survive Islam's chaos. But not everyone's convinced. Colby Covington, tactical, ruthless, precise, believes Islam's unpredictability still reigns supreme. The threat of the takedown, he said, isn't a move, it's a weapon.
Yoel Romero gives his honest take. Yoel Romero just shared his thoughts on a potential showdown between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena, and it's a must-hear. Romero believes that Maddalena, while being a big 170-pounder, might face Makhachev's superior grappling. Do you think Jack's striking can beat Makhachev's grappling?
Islam versus JDM, what do you make of that? Islam moving up to now welterweight?
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. I'm excited to see how it goes. Islam, is a lightweight. He's going to be a little smaller in the fight, but he's a well-rounded fighter. So, if he's able to take down JDM and control him, he could definitely get the job done. But It's going to be interesting to see how the size advantage plays a difference in the fight.
Who do you favor?
I mean, I seen the odds were pretty big. They favored Makhachev like 3-1. So I guess I got to go with the odds if they're going 3-1. But just because JDM doesn't have good takedown defense, but you never know. It's a fight, and JDM has some good hands, so it should be an exciting fight for the fans.
So here we are, a division divided, a legacy on the line, and a storm ready to break. On one side stands Jack Della Maddalena, the calm killer who turned precision into an art. On the other, Islam Makhachev, the machine chasing immortality. One fight, two philosophies, chaos versus control. And when that cage door slams shut, the world's gonna find out what happens when unshakable calm meets unstoppable pressure. Stay locked in, because when this one ends, it won't just crown a champion, it'll redefine Asterisk greatness itself.